You put a belt around your neck and, like, choke yourself while you jack off?
I don't understand that. Like,
Yeah, how would that be good?
I'd be concerned about life.
I'd be concerned about everything at that point.
I have a few questions about Canada.
Yes, go ahead, please, Mr. 16-bit.
What's the deal with bagged milk?
Bagged milk is an East Coast thing. West Coast, we have nothing to do with it. We have never seen bagged milk in our lives, period, dot. End of conversation. Fuck you, weird East Coast people. Get your fucking milk out of your fucking bags.
Is that like a French thing?
It probably is. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it's probably, put the French on blast here, it's probably a French thing.
Do you know how to speak French?
Oui.
Wow.
That's French for yes.
Say something in French.
Je suis the pizza. That
Wow.
means pizza in French.
What's the deal with the Mounties?
Mounties are more of a situational thing now. Like, they don't actually do anything, they're just there for important events. Like, when the Queen comes, there's Mounties there. Or, like, when there's a big Canada Day celebration, there's Mounties there.
You have a Canada Day?
Yeah, we do. It's July 1st.
What's the significance?
It's when Canada celebrated its independence.
Okay.
Just like independence.
What's the deal with socialized healthcare?
I don't know what that means.
It means your healthcare. You pay more taxes, but you get healthcare provided for you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's awesome. We hurt ourselves to get free shit.
When you get old and sickly, do you have to go in front of a panel that judge you if you should live or die?
Oh, no, not at all. You just pay a couple bucks more rent and then you live for as long as you want.
What's the deal with hockey?
Hockey is our game.
That's it?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, what else is there to say?
Like, what do you think about Wayne Gretzky and shit?
I don't know.
Are you guys bitter that he left Canada?
No, because he's still Canadian.
But he went to New York, right?
Okay, some Canadian or some Americans say that NHL is American because there's more American teams, which is kind of true. But if you look at the roster, you will see that half of those teams are all Canadian players, with a little bit of Europe mixed in, and a couple Americans that probably lived in Chicago or somewhere near the border.
Who invented the game?
I don't know.
How come you don't say a boot?
We don't. That's Newfoundland.
Why is it a Canadian stereotype?
Because somebody from New York met someone from Newfoundland and said, hey, that guy sounds funnier than we do, so let's make fun of him.
Do you have a statue of Bret Hart?
Oh my god. How can you actually believe that, 16-bit?
We do.
You do?
We do. Yeah, it's in Calgary.
Holy shit.
Instead of cars, do you guys use those,
Horses?
Huskies? No, mush. Dog sled dogs.
Dude, that's Alaska.
Alaska.
No, actually, up in the territories, they do use sled dogs because it's more economic than gas. Because it costs a lot to get gas up there, so it's more economic to bring dogs up there and have dogs do that for us.
Have you ever been saved by a Saint Bernard with whiskey in a little jug around his neck?
I have been saved by whiskey, but not by a Saint Bernard.
Okay.
What happened to Alanis Morissette?
She is awful. Don't ever bring her name up. We are really sorry about that.
What? I thought you guys loved her.
No, you're thinking of Avril Lavigne.
I thought Alanis Morissette, broke all types of women's rights for Canada and shit.
She broke all types of terrible music records. That's what she did.
What? Jagged Little Pill? I thought that was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh. You probably thought a lot of other things that were good, too, that weren't good.
Come on, in the 90s, everybody liked that.
Dude, she sounds like she's dying constantly when she's singing. Like someone's stabbing her. Like every time she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Would you agree with the statement that John Candy is the best thing you guys have ever produced?
I would not, actually.
So what
John
do you think?
Candy. John Candy was good, but he wasn't bad. I still think the Hart family was the best thing that we ever put out.
Yeah.
Doesn't Chris Benoit kind of nullify the Hart family, though? Because that was kind of a disaster.
That is a good argument. We always have Wayne Gretzky as a backup, and if that fails, we have Sidney Crosby.
Who?
Oh, that's awkward. Next question, please.
He did think Pat Butcher was metal. Did you see what she actually looked like? That was
She did look metal.
She kind of did. Oh, God. Fuck, dude. What's up with Canadian bacon? What do you call it?
I knew you were going to ask that question. You shut the fuck up about Canadian bacon. It's just ham. It's just ham from back pig. In Canada, we call it back bacon. Just leave it alone. I have no idea why you guys call it Canadian bacon. Yes, back bacon.
That's interesting.
Yes. So stop calling it Canadian bacon because it has nothing to do with Canada. It's from the back of a pig. Leave it alone.
So Canadian bacon is back bacon.
Canadian bacon is back bacon, yes.
All right.
You want to talk about Canadian? How about we talk about toques? You guys know what a toque is?
What?
A hat?
A toque.
What are you talking about?
A toque? You know what a toque is?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Because I'm not going to tell you.
I'm guessing it's those Russian hats with the flaps on the
Yeah,
ears.
it's a hat. It's a hat.
It's actually what you guys would call a beanie.
Like the thing Shang Tsung wears in MK2?
Yeah.
Fez.
That's not a fez. A fez are those things that the Muslims wear.
A fez? Where are you getting a fez from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A fez is what the Shriners wear.
Yeah, Shriners. What the fuck is a Shriner? What do they do?
They help crippled kids.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were just old men that ride around cars.
Yes, that's all I've ever seen them.
I think they help crippled children.
They must not work too hard, man.
What do you have against people that help crippled children?
Fuck them.
You're laugh.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I'm an asshole, dude. I'm calling out Shriners. Money match, final round. Any Shriner, you're fine.
Who's the Prime Minister right now?
Stephen Harper, but he's not the one that runs the country.
When he goes on TV, does he speak in English or French or both?
He speaks in English, but I'm pretty sure that the French countries have to have somebody to translate for him.
Wait, who runs the country?
The Governor General.
Who's
So
the
he's just
governor?
like a puppet?
No, he actually, I think it's a she, and she lives in England, but she has to approve every single thing that the Prime Minister does. Otherwise, he can't do it.
What? So you guys are like secretly run by England?
Well, yeah, we are England, or, well, I guess the UK is, and Australia is, I think Sweden is, there's a bunch of European countries that are, a lot of the world is actually run by England under the duty of the Queen. People just don't know it because they have it's the same as Canada where they have one person that runs the country, but that person has to go back to one other person in England first. But in Canada, the only time that someone has ever had a decision overruled, a decision from the Prime Minister has been overruled once. I'm really not sure what that is, but it must have been a terrible idea.
Huh, how interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true.
What was Bret Hart's favorite or best match?
The Montreal Screwjob.
Really?
Just because it's the most controversial, and that's what most people remember him by. They don't know Bret Hart. They'll know him by Montreal Screwjob.
What do you think, 16-bit?
I gotta say the match with Austin at WrestleMania 13.
Yeah.